It seems like whenever WWE has a big PLE or a standard Saturday night's main event, we usually get a tweet like this from Triple H. And without even looking at the tweet, you probably already know what I'm talking about. The type of tweets that go along the lines of the landscape of WWE changing. For WWE fans, this is nothing new. Again, Triple H does this a lot, usually after a big PLE, Saturday night's main event, some big show, some big night that WWE has. And because this happens quite often, WWE fans just kind of feel a little tone deaf to it because we really don't feel like anything is changing a whole heck of a lot sometimes. But I actually kind of feel like this most recent Saturday night's main event actually did change quite a bit. So the purpose of today's video is we are going to be taking a look at the current landscape of WWE and we're going to make the decisions ourselves. Has WWE's landscape really changed like Triple H says it has? And real quick, before we get too far ahead in the video, I want to say that if you are a WWE fan, consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. That is all we post is WWE related content. So if you're a WWE fan, again, consider subscribing. It's free. You can always change your mind later. So like I said earlier, usually when we get these types of tweets from Triple H, again, a lot of people just tend to roll their eyes. Because I think as fans, we kind of see that as Triple H obviously wanted to get more eyeballs on his product. But taking a look at what we just got with Saturday night's main event, I feel like quite a bit has changed actually. Obviously, I think the big one is CM Punk becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. It was obviously very clear that WWE had massive plans for Seth Rollins as the World Heavyweight Champion. And now you take all those ideas and you kind of have to shift them to someone like CM Punk. And we know what type of work CM Punk can do. He seemingly can make any feud work, but it's also a big moment, not just for CM Punk, not just for WWE, but a big moment for the fans, because we've wanted to see CM Punk in this position since he came back to the company. And the fact that we're finally here, I think this is a big, big moment for WWE. Because if CM Punk's first title reign back in WWE sucks, there might be a big issue. And now you're taking a look at what CM Punk is doing alongside the Vision, and Logan Paul coming into the mix. And now you have Logan Paul possibly joining the Vision. This is obviously a pretty big moment for WWE because the Vision is seen as one of the top groups in WWE right now. And I don't think we would have gotten here without CM Punk becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. So you have something big like Logan Paul possibly joining the Vision, having a face turn and a heel turn in the same night, because of course he's Logan Paul, and now you're starting to see the picture for the Survivor Series War Games match. Which is kind of weird, because we went from it looking like it was 100% going to be the Vision to Seth Rollins getting hurt, and now maybe it's not going to be the Vision, to now where it looks like the Vision is going to be the War Games match again. So not only did CM Punk winning have big implications, again, not just for the fans, not just for CM Punk, but it also has massive implications on where we go next as we inch closer and closer to Survivor Series War Games. The other big moment that happened at Saturday night's main event was Jade Cargill defeating Tiffany Stratton for the Women's Championship. And not just beating her, but giving her a borderline squash match. And I said it on the preview video for Saturday night's main event. Jade almost needed to win that match to really drive home the heel turn. And given how that match went, with, again, it being a squash match basically, Jade Cargill is a legit top women's heel on SmackDown, which is something that they just did not have. For the first time really in her WWE run, Jade Cargill feels legit, feels like she is a menacing presence. It's also a big moment that Tiffany Stratton lost that title, because this is someone who we've seen continue to grow and really cement herself as a top superstar within the WWE over the course of 2025. This is someone who held that title for just over 300 days. But you could just tell that it was starting to get a little bit stale because she didn't have anybody to really go up against that would be able to match her in terms of star power. You obviously had the never-ending saga with Nia Jax, but that was never really going to be what WWE, I'm sure, wanted it to be, because nobody really wanted to see Nia Jax in that position. And I'm not saying that people wanted to see Jade Cargill in this position either, believe me. I know she has her fair share of haters. But at the very least, now Tiffany Stratton has that one big monster heel that she can go toe to toe with. And not only do we have that aspect, but we also have what we have wanted to see for such a long time, and that's a possible match between Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. So while we didn't get anything too earth-shattering, like Cody Rhodes dropping the title to Drew McIntyre, what we did get is stuff that is pretty significant in the grand scheme of things in the WWE. Because the decisions to have CM Punk as World Heavyweight Champion, Jade Cargill as Women's Champion, doesn't just have implications on what's currently happening in WWE, but also what's going to happen in the future of WWE. I think CM Punk is obviously going to have a pretty good title run as World Heavyweight Champion, and I really think that a heel Jade Cargill, this version of Jade Cargill as Women's Champion, is going to do wonders for her career. So this is where I want to hear from you guys. Do you really think the landscape of WWE has changed like Triple H claims it has? Let me know why you do think it has, and let me know why you don't think it has. Again, for me, we didn't get anything too earth-shattering, but what we got was, again, it was pretty significant. So while I wouldn't necessarily say the landscape has changed dramatically, at the very least, it has changed. Because again, the decisions that have been made doesn't just have an effect on what's currently happening, but what's going to happen as we continue on through Survivor Series War Games and beyond. So as always, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments, and while you're down there, swing by the description and click the Linktree link. That is the only link in bio for a reason, and that is because it'll take you to all of the social media platforms for this channel, and I do suggest going and checking out our X page. Besides YouTube, I am most active over on X. We do updates for Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and the PLEs. Another place that you can go and talk about wrestling is over on our TikTok page. Right now, since we are semi-early into that page's existence, the only content that really goes up there is just clips from these videos, and it's just another place for me to post when I do upload a video on here to YouTube. But we are starting to slowly start doing some of the other WWE wrestling-related things that takes place over there. So if you're scrolling on TikTok and you come across one of those videos, drop it a like, drop it a follow, show it some love. It would really, really mean a lot to me. With all that said and done, that is going to do it for this video here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. Both are free and both really, really help out the channel a lot. And of course, if you have made it to this point of the video, I want to say thank you very, very much for taking the time out of your busy day to watch these videos here, because it genuinely means the world to me. And as always, stay tuned for more WWE content coming in the future. We'll see you next time.